Hyperinflation can rule your family, make you homeless, and that's exactly what this billionaire believes right here. And he's telling you why Bitcoin is the answer to beat the debasement of every fiat currency globally.
We have seen more hyperinflation in third world countries like Zimbabwe, in Argentina, in Venezuela, in Cuba. But, Germany had hyperinflation in the Weimar Republic. And if you look at the devaluation of the British pound over the past 100 years, it's really pathetic. Even the good old US dollar is worth a really tiny fraction of what it was worth 100 years ago. I think everybody would benefit from understanding that the debasement of currency is a very useful trick in the fraudsters' trick book to avoid raising taxes.
What's happening, Crypto Crew? Sean's coming back at you. Another cryptocurrency video. Got a jam-packed video. We're getting into the charts, getting straight into it. The current time it's recording, Bitcoin's coming in a little bit below 34,000 at 33.8. So we want to take a look at the macro. And right now is a time where you should be accumulating, because look at these white lines. These white lines, every single time, these are accumulation phases. And where are these phases at? These phases are right here, 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 and also where we currently are right now, present day. These are when the prices get suppressed. These are when the prices cool off and they're buying opportunities. And if you see what happens every single time, we come down and bottom out, then blast off like a rocket. But during these periods, once it blasts past these levels, how high does Bitcoin go? How high has Bitcoin went? In the first cycle, Bitcoin went up roughly almost 10,000%. This was the early days. This were the early adopters that stacked their bags if they were able to make these plays and make these gains. Then we went to the other bear market. So we went up to roughly about $1,200. Bitcoin came down to right around $100, 164 being at the bottom. When we got back up to this level and broke out, it was off to the races again. And note, how high did we go? We went up another 2,500%. And then we cooled off and went into the depths of the bear market. Right here is another buying opportunity. This whole level below this line is a buying opportunity. That's where we are right now. And how high are we going to go? How high we go after this run up? Well, look, we did have a run up about 500%. So here's this level here. This level is around 48,000. And right now you could have been buying under this level since March of 22. And right now, this is over a year and a half ago. The past 18 months, you could have been buying and stacking sats all through this bear market. Even if you're buying at 39, 26, 25, down to 15, back up to where we are right now, you see what's happened. Just this huge cup and handle formation is playing out. So the last cycle, what happened? We bottomed out, and then we had this run up, and we actually went a little bit above this line, but then look at the price action. Coincidentally, went up almost exactly to that peak. Not quite, but we overshot a little bit, but you can sort of use this as a benchmark, as a metric. And then if we do the same thing, we come up and we pull this line up from the breakout point, how high could Bitcoin be going? This could be going up to that $160,000 threshold. But either way you cut the cloth, there's still a buying opportunity. 160,000 from where we are right now, it's about almost a 5x. So pay attention. There's massive gains to be had, and look what's happening with the long-term hodlers. The long-term hodlers are hodling even stronger. Now, why is this chart something to pay attention to? Why is this relevant? Because every time you see the long-term hodlers start to fall off a cliff, that's when the price spikes. So the smart money selling to the dumb money right here. And then they reaccumulate through the bear markets and then sell to the dumb money once again. Reaccumulate through the bear markets and rinse and repeat. Every time they sell to the dumb money, that's when we have those euphoric blow off tops. So right now we just hit a new all-time high for the long-term hodler supply. This is something that is very important to pay attention to, because as Bitcoin is going through a halving, are putting in new all-time highs as far as the long-term hodlers, eventually the price is going to get suppressed, start to go up towards the upside, and that sell-off will commence once again. This is the areas where you want to be looking to sell to the dumb money. Every single time, sell to the dumb money. Bitcoin bros will be watching this as the market progresses. It's something to pay attention to. Also, looking at what TA analysts are saying, we're still in the pre-bull run phase. We have time. As you see, we have a little bit of time, then the bull run gets euphoric. Now, look here. That last run, every single time, these cycles don't exactly mirror, but they rhyme. This coincidentally matches the exact time frame. So we have some time until the fun really begins. Then once this begins, you want to reap your benefits. And right here is where we're going to see these dips towards the end of this period right here. And that's when you want to be offloading some of your bags. You can have some long-term storage that you put in cold storage you never touch. But then, just wait for that market to dip. You can play this game with the altcoin market as well. Ethereum has did this, the same thing, time and time again. Pay attention. Ethereum, this is like mimicking Bitcoin's first cycle. If you look here, Ethereum was at $12, went all the way up to over $1,200 in the first cycle. That's 100x. Bitcoin did the same exact thing, which we showed you right back here. Here's Bitcoin's 100x move. And then Ethereum's second cycle, it was around $300, then went up almost to 6,000, but stopped right at the 5K mark. So about 15x. And this is equivalent to Bitcoin's second cycle. Not exactly the same, but Bitcoin went from, about 700 up to 20,000. So you get the picture. Either way you cut the cloth. And look at this line here. Ethereum's tops have hit the previous peaks almost perfectly. If you just sold and got out, you could be stacking your bags way down here at the bottom. And then if it comes back up towards the end of 2025, that's a $15,000 to $16,000 Ethereum. Where we are from right now, it's a 10x, roughly, give or take, maybe a 9x, but either way you cut the cloth, it's still a buying opportunity. These are the times where you want to be buying. You don't want to be buying when the market is in this stage here. You don't want to be buying when the market's on the way up. You want to be buying when the market's suppressed, when nobody's talking about it, nobody is thinking about it. And how can you tell if anybody's not thinking about it? Well, look here. This is the Google trend chart for Bitcoin. Right here, you can see when Bitcoin got extremely parabolic back in 2017, the whole world was talking about Bitcoin, and it really hasn't gotten to that level yet. Well, look here. It looks like this is a symmetrical triangle, and we could be getting near that apex. So when Bitcoin breaks up to that $100,000 threshold, do you think we're going to see these 100 rates on Google once again? Most likely. But look, Bitcoin right now is at 9. We're in previous bull market territories from way back in January 2014. These levels. So keep this in mind. Like, people aren't thinking about Bitcoin right now. So right now is that time where you want to stack your sats. Right now is the best time to diversify. We've showed you this with the Bitcoin price chart. We've showed you this with the Bitcoin dominance in previous videos. Right now, there could be a better time. You're never going to catch the bottom. You're never going to catch the top. That's when you wait too long and end up missing the party. So the prices, as you can see, are suppressed, have been suppressed. Not just Bitcoin, but your favorite altcoins as well. So you can use this as not financial advice, but right now is the optimal time to get into the market. If you're stacking sats, stacking alts, whatever you do, have your plan go into the bull market, because over the next 2 years, once Bitcoin gets up towards that $100,000 threshold, the whole world's going to be talking and looking at crypto. Not just crypto influencers, not just in your country, but it's going to be globally. There's going to be a global presence for Bitcoin, and it's going to be felt. It's going to have some credibility, especially when we get that ETF. So keep that in mind. And with that, I'm Sean with the Bitcoin Bros. You guys like this content, go ahead and smash the like button. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and show us some love. We appreciate the support. With that, that's all I have for you today, and I'm out.